Welcome back to Matt on Guard. Justice for me.
Fuck you.
Oh, did we start at the game again?
How did I get into this mess?
Because Capcom.
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
Ah, we started this again.
What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You're no longer worthy of your title!
My god, the stream finally has a point!
I throw you the fuck out!
Hyper level 2! But yeah, oh my god, now the stream has a point now! I've had the stream before someplace, some time ago. Fun fact, actually, originally that was supposed to be a demon from Devil May Cry, because Shoot Takumi loves that series. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. One of the hard facts of life, Phoenix. Lawyers have to do that occasionally. Well, they don't always have to, but when it turns out they are guilty, that's a kick in the pants.
It's like people in all mediums give lawyer grief in general, but when you actually sit back to think about it, they do have a pretty shit job.
Yeah.
It's also funny, Shiroi, because on one you have a lot of time, especially commentating on this series. On one end, I get to watch this and play this series, where basically it's the defense attorney who is basically in the right.
Well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right?
And then immediately the next day I have to watch Law and Order, where the prosecution is mostly right for like 90% of the time.
You know, dude, you didn't everyone. You were innocent for ages. You didn't have to do this whole.
Also, the cars in the background are probably seeing you, but
Just so you remember, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Because why those aren't even gods, they're mannequins.
Sure, you be my
Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever.
That's you also, Shiroi.
Phoenix.
Mia!
Don't jump like with the boobies like that. Please.
Maya!
Hey, well,
how's
again?
Maya?
Jesus.
See, it's like every time we try to watch something, Jovah comes back to the Skype call, and then whenever Mia is on screen, Pedro comes back to the 8th attorney part.
I guess Mia can summon Pedro.
The power of Volver is stronger.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Those things are so big
gosh,
they have a gravitational pull.
She's about to say something helpful.
Oh. For a lawyer, the worst times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
Oh
my
fucking
no, that.
God.
You've told us that one in the last
Not even that. What the hell does that even mean?
Actually, Tia, we
Just
find out what that
smile.
means in the. Actually, Tia, we find out what the meaning behind that is in a later game. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anymore.
Okay.
It's that accursed on guard again.
I smell the setup for a gag here.
Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
It's Maya, isn't it?
Oh, you're really mean.
Oh no.
Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry.
Oh.
Where are you?
Well, let me join the investigation. They're chasing after the killer.
Then you have some sort of lead?
Maybe so, maybe not.
Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy.
What good are you then?
But we're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to and find the killer.
Wow,
If we can't get by
that
out,
every other time they're not
then you
this
can get
productive.
the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that, so you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
Oh, this is gonna
Basically,
be
be yourself.
I have to make the
Yeah.
trial last longer, but without actually winning. Oh boy.
If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out.
Okay. Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, basically Phoenix and Edgeworth had to put up the biggest charade ever put in the history of these turnabouts. I believe in you,
Yep.
pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we got, just like you.
I believe in you like you believe in me.
I believe in America.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
For the yard.
Hey, Phoenix,
Yes?
you understand now, don't you?
What?
You have something money
Oh,
will never be able to buy.
God.
Friendship!
Fuck
Didn't I kind of
you.
already learn this by the end of the first game?
Die again, please.
Oh, God.
She's
Oh,
already
God,
dead
that-
to you.
That's borderline Yu-Gi-Oh level of corny.
Go to TMZ, the hell to hell.
There's law school.
Yeah.
Just.
Looks
And the
like
lights
we're
turn-
coming
put
to
them
the
up
end.
again. God.
I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it.
Are you sure about that, Phoenix?
I have my trust in
We
him.
should have more faith in Gumshoe.
Yeah.
Besides, Gumshoe is proven already in the past to be pretty awesome.
Exactly.
He's now in session for the trial of Malangard.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
I got here at 3 a.m.
Now,
Wow.
as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. Mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder?
Yeah.
That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth,
Attention because she technically tampered with the crime scene.
would please inform the
Yeah.
court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews.
But even the judge is pretty sure she didn't actually commit the murder, so...
She forged evidence that threw suspicion on the Mr. on Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she's guilty after all?
Well, forging evidence is a crime no matter who you are.
I'm not finished, Your
Including
Honor.
Edgeworth.
Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Oh, trust me, dear. I think Edgeworth got his comeuppance big time enough in Rise of the Ashes. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
I
Nothing-
placed
In or before that as well, Edgeworth had a
What's
pretty
that?
tough time of it
Looks
during the
like
latter
a
half of that
shell.
game.
Oh, is that a monster with effect?
Yes, but zero defense, sadly. This is
Oh.
the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, Aji. I
Heard of
wonder what
Heffler.
his life must have been like before he met this powerful cast of lawyers. Yes.
No life for old men. No,
He
no
was-
country for old men.
He was probably a happier man, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, I don't know, Shuri. He seems pretty happy by dual destinies. He seems to like the excitement of it.
Oh, trust me, Shiro. There's a moment in his attorney investigations where he actually challenges Edgeworth to a battle of wits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It actually manages to go a few rounds with him, too. But that's another story. I would think it's becoming commonplace by now, Your Honor.
And the lights wouldn't turn off again. God damn it.
I know what's going on this time.
Yes, the lights would turn off. Put them back.
So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. Oh, the irony.
But we still have to hold out as long as we can.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Captain Obvious.
So, Mia, how exactly do you plan about cooperating in helping out in achieving that goal?
Well, she's at least told us where Raya is here and there, and as far as the
Maybe
trial
she
goes,
could, maybe she could
Ben,
distract
please
the
call your
audience
first
with
witness.
her skills.
maybe.
I could make a really dirty joke right now, but I won't. I will
The
not.
prosecution calls the
I was half
defendant's
making
mentor
Oh boy.
Will Powers to the
Who's
stand.
replacing Whips for this? Because I can't do an Australian accent for shit.
I will, whatever.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Oh, okay. I'm Will Powers.
Try and do a Hugh Jackman impression.
I'm Will Powers.
Oh, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Oh, never mind.
Action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Pompous prick. I mean, well, that's, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
So if he's a terrible actor, wouldn't you be the one to blame?
No. I tried teaching him acting, but he didn't listen.
Right.
Oh,
He's gonna do like Dan Green and become an acting coach.
I'm sorry, I'm just not that kind of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
No! Yes.
What was that again?
Yes!
I didn't know that.
And now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room.
Okay then, and I'll forget just why I take. I'm sorry, wrong movie. Okay, sure.
Visit to Matt's room.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy.
He wasn't
I-
John Travolta.
I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Aw, how nice. Well, he is nice.
He looks
I think
scary,
sounds
but
out
he's
of place
harmless.
in Mr. Powers' testimony.
That's exactly like Hugh Jackman when you think about him. Yeah, he plays the gruff Wolverine, but he's actually a cool guy. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
cool as in he's friendly.
Yeah. What are you implying?
Then in that case, Joe, then what the fuck was that with his character in Chappie?
Not to mention Blackbeard in Pan.
Oh, come on. Blackbeard was awesome, though his character in Chappie. Let us never speak of that again.
It looks like
Because
we're
it
in
was
another
barely
sticky
there.
situation.
What? Huh?
No, Jovah, of course
Crap,
there's,
can't you smell it?
Of cour-
Phoenix?
I
of course there's a
do.
character, Jovah.
Smell what?
An overly Christian bad guy.
Christian?
Yeah, he was.
I don't recall them really bringing that up much in
He kept
Chappie.
saying stuff about the Lord and all that.
So it was like that character in Ghost Stories.
Whatever. Hold it!
Why do villains either have a religious agenda or are British?
The defendant's room.
Because it's easier to sound evil when you have a British accent.
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, when I wanted to say congrats. Congrats on his Razzie. What's wrong? Why did you stop?
He just remembered he actually got an Oscar instead of a Razzie.
Mr. Wright,
What is it?
you're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
Phoenix is now striking fear into people.
I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
Oh, bless him.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me.
I know, I promise, I'm not gonna corner you.
Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
That is
No,
true.
that's
Yeah.
not.
He's not wrong, though, is he?
That's not always the case. Lotta Hart didn't become the bad guy.
All the time, Gumshoe has to recap the entire murder at the beginning of the cases. Anyway.
Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time.
Get a
So
hold of
for
yourself.
now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
Sorry.
Poor Powers.
So you went to the defendant's room, and then?
Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here?
Well, you kind of are on the opposing side in spirit of justice.
That's a... I'm sure I'll be able to explain that when I get to that. Are you sure that was man on guard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing a nickel samurai mask then.
Oh wait, that's right. It's a civil case, so we're on equal sides. Well, equal... never mind. If that's the case, then you can't really be mistaken. And... what was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room?
Waiting for the dinner. Talking to someone of blah, blah, blah.
Hold it! At first, what do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
From monocle.
Yeah, it didn't look like Alec Baldwin, though.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. Besides, Alec Baldwin's too busy selling BT.
And why was that?
Because Americans, I don't know. Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How
come
am I
on.
supposed to know?
Oh, come on.
I think
It's
you've
just-
been watching too many movies, Howard.
Oh, come on. Just because he has a monocle and a half-stitched up
Mustache.
face and a Hitler-like mustache. Come on. Now you're just being judgmental, Phoenix.
Guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I will press on it later.
I watched the two of them for a while, but then
Hold
I
it!
gave up and...
You saw the two of them and the bellboy and the defendant together, right? Correct?
I haven't fucking finished yet. Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. I just said that earlier.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
Yeah, me repeating myself.
I mean, that actually happened.
You know, I did feel something weird.
Let me guess. You felt like you were repeating yourself?
I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Oh my god, he gave Bellboy a tip.
Tip.
He's
The
villain.
monster!
But that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So, how long did you watch the two of them?
Wait a minute. I never get any tips, so...
Not
What's...
more friendly.
You're a greedy, selfish...
For a second, I
don't
thought,
think...
Hold it!
I was...
So, who are these guests you're talking about?
you guys, of course. You admire Little Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Or Big Bill. I thought it'd be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you.
Aw, that's very considerate.
So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Sorry.
Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave that night?
I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. She was so hyped that we got invited to Project Crossum 2 after we missed out on the first game.
In any case, from his story, he probably hasn't gone. He probably wasn't gone very long.
After the award, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now this is the part where you have to press on that certain statement a second time because you've gotten information, I believe. Hold it! At first. What do you mean by that?
That was meant at first. I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
Flashback.
I did feel something weird. I'm trying to do a sound effect. I'm trying to do like the echo that occurs usually when you have a flashback, but it's not working.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself?
Yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Well, they don't call me Ace Attorney for nothing.
Well, earlier you were criticizing him for said job.
Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Oh, come on, Judge. You two?
You're
Why is
an
everybody so
ignorant,
judgmental?
judgmental asshole. Do you know
Perhaps
that?
we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
This should be interesting.
You mean about the bellboy, right? No, I mean about the cleaner. Of course, a fucking bellboy!
No, but did you?
Hold
gave
it!
the bellboy a tip.
So, he gave the bellboy a tip? What's so strange about that?
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened.
Be still, my beating heart.
The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket.
No way.
So...
And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was really shocked.
Oh.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
Is it now, Jovah?
No, not that. I just love the irony that Powers is being judgmental of how someone looks when he himself was suspected because of creepy looks in the first game.
Not just that, he looks like the fucking Wolverine. Who's he to be judgmental on someone's looks?
Exactly. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about.
His face.
What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
His
Oh
face-
boy, where do we start?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old Gramps. His face was perfect. I hope you know that discrimination towards all but don't know in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all.
But-
In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
Huh. That must have been quite the wound you had to patch up for that.
He could have had a tragic accident, and you're here bullying him. How dare you?
A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin.
What you mean his chinny chin chin?
Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
You.
Ah!
What? Phoenix?
He
Phoenix
was
had
there
a stroke.
in Guard's house. He was that butler.
remembered it!
What is it, Mr.
Jesus! Only now he realizes it.
To be fair, Phoenix wasn't really focusing on that because he was stressed out of the situation.
They
Tail,
could be twins
Tail.
that have gotten in the exact same accident.
Tail, hold on, Tail. Are you actually telling me that the evil-looking guy is evil?
Well, you know, I'm sure the fact that he's a butler has nothing to do with him possibly doing it.
Well, now I have to rethink my life. Okay.
You sure you don't have something you would like to say, Mr.
Remember,
Wright?
kids, if you see someone who looks evil, they're probably evil.
What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing.
The judge
Just going around and around in circles.
yeah, the judge is getting the judge is getting tired of this shit.
Now then, Mr. Powers.
We haven't even
let's
been
get
here
to
very long.
testimony. Yeah, what's the day of the war when they gave up went back?
You know, Edgeworth, you could jump in and help at any time.
Well, I wouldn't be openly doing my job now, would I?
Professional.
Skip.
Now, I love this spout of wine coming up. Huh! But a Fenton is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much is maybe a little too much, I think.
Maybe he's one that just
Who are
blows
you?
a lot of his money.
Again, who are you to judge?
Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave the boy?
$4 million. He gave me the budget for Mighty Number 9.
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
Why is this important anyway?
And why is that?
And he made better use of that money, probably.
Yeah.
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
Probably.
A
They were-
roll
they
of
were-
cash?
Probably. They were all about $1 paper. money.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance?
Ah, well, how interesting.
Yeah, but again, Your
That
Honor.
certainly
relevance?
was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
Let me guess, it was a roll of British pounds, which means it's virtually useless.
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a
Okay, I'm in
tip,
the
Your
UK.
Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us.
But what does that...
Objection!
Pedro, wait and see.
The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Objection! Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders?
Oh boy, here we go.
If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
That's because
So
most
suppose
of your hard-earned cash goes on Maya's lunch
was not a
thing.
tip.
That's
Then what was it?
payment, Your Honor.
No.
So their theory is that basically Madangar was paying Shelley to kill her for, well, what else? The
There you go,
murder
Pedro,
of
there's the
Juan
relevance.
Carita.
What are you talking about, Jovah? There's nothing
Then-
suspicious about his name.
That the bellboy the witness saw.
I
Yes.
found it
He
strange,
was the
Bob, that they
assassin.
decided to, pay him there on the spot where anyone could see them.
Hold on, Shiroi. Shiroi.
Hold your horses down. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this. Do you?
Yes?
Shiroi, you're telling
Have
me
I
that the guy
ever been
named
unprepared
Shelley
to
the
support
Killer
my claims,
is
Your
actually
Honor?
is a killer?
You never know.
No,
he could
he's
go into
totally
the business
just
of
an ordinary
flowering.
butler.
Legit.
I have
He's like that guy from Metal Gear 2 who's called Jungle Evil.
Shelley
Yeah.
the killer.
He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer.
Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh?
Oh, goody.
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
Oh. What? Wow,
Right.
goody! These convenient memories.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away.
In the next part.
Yeah.
Hard.
Wait, what?
In the next
well,
part. See you
It
then.
happens.
All right,
Yep.
see ya.